Hi there, Facebook. Um, Today I just wanted to talk about sexual consent and thoughts and feelings on what is appropriate sexual behavior in a relationship. Um, some men feel like they can have sex with you if you're in a relationship or married or vice versa, even if you do not wish to at the time. And a lot of times, if you go to the law and accuse your significant other of forcing themselves on you, they kind of brush it off. It's kind of like, oh, you let him drive your car before and he stole it. It's your fault. You let him have sex with you before. It's basically your fault he raped you. There was a time in my life, well, there's been a few times where the man I was with became so insecure. This actually happened with two men, but the most recent experience I've had was my significant other at the time. I was questioning whether he was cheating on me. He may have possibly, I'm pretty sure he was doing drugs. He started just calling me a whore and accusing me of cheating. Decided we weren't engaged anymore at this point. I was pretty confused about what was going on in the relationship at all, because there was really no speaking going on. One night he decided to come home and have sexual intercourse with me, and I noticed he had a condom on. Well, we did not use condoms. We had just had a daughter, and I had my tubes removed, so I'm not able to get pregnant. That was of no concern to me, and I was under the impression we were monogamous. Although the change of behavior, was confusing me at the moment. But he came home with a condom on to have sex with me, and I realized the condom was on, and I got pretty upset, and I told him to stop and get off of me. Well, instead of getting off, he held me down and took it off and continued to have sex with me until he was done, while I laid there crying. It kind of seemed to turn him on. I really wanted to go to the police after that. The next day, I put all of his things out. I made sure that he was out of my house. I never let him in my house ever again, and ended the relationship for good. The point is, I just want to share my experience with other women and have them know that you have the right to consent. And there may be very little people who will listen to you, or maybe nothing you can really do about it in this world where, men can almost get away with everything when it comes to a woman. If this has ever happened to you in a relationship with a boyfriend or husband, no one has the right to force themselves inside of you. And men also. No one has the right to force themselves on you. Period. What it does to your outlook on yourself and your self-esteem. It makes you feel like an object, something that is not valued, just like a disposable toy. But it's time to stand up for each other and share our stories. Maybe share your story if you're comfortable. It's kind of hard to talk about, and it's kind of embarrassing to admit sometimes when we're abused. A lot of times when we're abused, it's pretty hard to admit that we let that happen, because when it all comes down to it, we allow it to a certain extent as adults, you know, whether it's by choice or subconscious. But anyway, you're not alone if this has happened to you, and you have the right to say no. And it says more about the person they are that they would continue and disregard your wishes than it does that it happened to you. So our bodies, our consent. Men, you cannot just force yourself on a woman because you're in a relationship. If you feel that way, you need to go get some therapy. Okay? You need some help. Women are not your toys. Not penis toys. I mean, if you have that agreement, that's fine, but she still has the right to consent. You know, it's not right. And what you're doing to women is destroying us. It's time to start respecting women. Have a blessed day.